Fight Night Hernandez versus Rodrigues, full card picked, and this is actually a really fun card. I really actually love this card. Let's go through it. So, main event, okay, it's a bit of a weak main event. Fun fight. This is a fucking banger, an absolute banger. This is a slaughter, you know, another slaughter. The Blob. Dude, that's a great card, man. This is a really good card. Starting with Chanel Dyer versus Alice Reed. I like this fight. I really like this fight. Chanel Dyer is going to knock her out. Chanel Dyer is really good, dude. I fuck with Chanel Dyer. She's a cool person. Really fun fight. I'm actually going to tune in for this WMMA fight. I mean, they're going to build up Chanel Dyer, right? They're going to give her a can. Alice Reed, 8-5, 5'3". She just ain't very good. I don't even know what her UFC record is, to be honest. Have a look. So she's 8-5. She lost quite a lot, hasn't she? Okay. She's got an okay record in the UFC, to be fair. Win one, lose one, but I'm going to go Chanel Dyer here. She's a massive favourite. It should be an easy win. I'm going to say a knockout win to start off the card with Chanel Dyer. Wes Schultz versus Jackson McVeigh. Low level. Super low level MMA. They're both never going to be anything within a year. They're both probably going to be cut. They're both not really UFC level. They shouldn't really be here. Wes Schultz is awful. Got absolutely destroyed by Damian Pinas. He's like a leg lock guy where he rolls full of legs over and over again. It's like spams shit like that. He can't wrestle really. He can wrestle a little bit, but not really. Wes Schultz has no striking. Awful striker. He doesn't have a good chin. But maybe getting knocked out by Pinas doesn't mean you have a bad chin. But Wes Schultz isn't good, dude. Terrible fighter. Jackson McVeigh, pretty shit as well. Lost to Bruno Verheyen instantly. Who else did he lose to? I can't remember. But he lost to someone else. He beat Rodrigues Dumas and subbed him in a round. Club and subbed him. Decent win to destroy him like that. But Rodrigues Dumas is a fucking criminal. He's terrible. But I'm going to go with Jackson McVeigh here. He has good... Oh, he lost to Zachary Reese. Oh, these are some bad losses, bro. These are bad losses. But Bruno Verheyen one's not too bad. I think Jackson McVeigh should win this one. He has great Muay Thai clinch, which Wes Schultz likes being in the clinch because he likes to roll for legs and be awkward, you know. I think he has really good Muay Thai clinch, Jackson McVeigh. We can press you against the cage, smash his elbows. He did that really well against Zachary Reese, smash his knees. So I think he's going to win this one. I'm going to say he gets a first round knockout over Wes Schultz here. That's what I'm expecting as Jackson McVeigh first round to line out. So I'm going to go with Jackson McVeigh. I think he should win this one. Close fight though. Wes Schultz, they're both trash. So Gage Young versus Stan Dorisalev. Now this is actually a banger. Gage Young, he has very heavy right overhands, you know. His good ability to stand his ground and trade. He's not scared to stand and bang. Did pretty good against Quillen Selkilde. Did pretty decent. And he has Gage Young has pretty good takedown defense. 77% takedown defense, you know. And he can fight 15 minutes. He's not just a finished guy. Stan Dorisalev has a crazy style. He's kind of a grappler and a lot less inexperienced. We see the 5-0, different levels of experience here compared to a Gage Young, but you know, he is pretty good. He has great takedowns, Stan Dorisalev, and on the feet, he's a fucking marauder coming at you. Really good forward pressure. He's probably going to force Gage Young backwards, but I think it's going to be a sick fight. I do think Gage Young is going to win though. I think he has the experience, and I'm going to pick him to win a very competitive decision. Or maybe Stan could win, won't shock me. But I'm going to go with Gage Young. I think he has the better striking, the higher experience at a better level. I'm going with Gage Young. Mauricio Barboza versus Ryan Coos. R.I.P. Ryan Coos. Your time has come, brother. You're finished, boy. I'm going to go Mauricio Barboza first round knockout. This guy hit like a fucking truck. His knockout over Dennis Bazusha, or whatever his name is, was, oh my god, that was nasty. That was a really nasty KO. I expect him to go forward, give him no respect. He's going to put combos on Coos, and he's going to slime him out in round one. Coos, I think, stepping up on short notice. I think he was supposed to fight Danny Silva, which actually would have been a sick fight. But Danny Silva had to pull out, and I think he's like... Danny Silva might retire from MMA, right? I think, because something really bad happened. But, yeah. I mean, Coos, he's a bigger fighter, but... ain't gonna matter. I'm gonna go Mauricio Barboza to chin him in round one. Look at the odds, bro. He's gonna slime him out. Chris Padilla versus Nasrat Haqparast. Now this is a really, really great fight. A really great fight. Nasrat Haqparast is very good. Beat Esteban Ribovic. He was on a 5-fight win streak, I believe. Did lose to Jared Gordon, arguably, which is a pretty bad loss. Jared Gordon's pretty shit, to be honest. But he technically got the win now. I'm pretty sure that was a robbery, though. Now, I do rate Nasrat, though. Nasrat's one of Quillen Southgald's best wins. Second best win, I'd say. And, you know, he was doing good in that fight before the KO. I know the KO happened early, but for the first 3 minutes, he was looking great, pressuring him, landing good shots, you know. I gonna go with... it's a tough one. It's a really tough one. Chris Padilla has that Muay Thai style. I love watching him fight. Sometimes it's a bit dull, like the Jai Herbert fight was fully in the clinch. And Chris Padilla's had a few performances that weren't that great, but, I mean, Chris Padilla's arguably on a 5-fight win streak. Lamarck Medeiros fight, it's a draw now. He got the one originally. I thought he won that one. I thought he clearly won. It was close, and he was getting clipped coming in. And they're both kind of pressure strikers, so it's a really interesting fight. I'm going to go with Chris Padilla. Nasrat Haqparast just got slimed out. Highlight reeled badly, which ain't good for your confidence. The last time he stepped in the cage, he got slimed out cold, which I don't like. And Chris Padilla, probably on more, I know it was a draw, but he's on more momentum. He's feeling more confident right now. I like his Muay Thai striking. I like the pressure. I think he's going to go forward. I think if Nasrat tries to go in, Chris Padilla has really nasty stepping elbows that he caught Rong Ju with badly. And you know what? Maybe he could get a knockout. Maybe Nasrat's chin is gone since that last fight. His chin could be cooked because that was a ridiculous KO. I'm assuming it's not going to be. His chin's just gone, but I'm under assumption that's not. I'm going to go with Chris Padilla via very, very close, maybe split decision, super competitive, where I think he'll be the one pressuring, and I think he'll do the real damage, like cuts. Nasrat doesn't really, he's not, more of just a primary boxer, although he does kick, more of a primary boxer, and he is very good, so he can definitely win this fight. I'm going to go with Chris Padilla. Maybe a KO, but I'll say a decision. This is going to be a really fun fight. The Blob, dude. Shamil Gaziev, look at this little beast, dude. I love this guy. Versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. I'm going with Shamil Gaziev. Kennedy Nzechukwu could knock him out. Shamil Gaziev's been taking quite a lot of damage recently, you know. He's been getting hit a lot. He got fucking beat the shit out of by Brando Perez. It took a lot of damage. Knocked out by Waldo as well. You know, Rosenstrike put a bit of a beating on him, but he did beat Thomas Peterson, Shamil Gaziev, you know. Thomas Peterson's pretty decent. He knocked him out in a round. Kennedy Nzechukwu really isn't. He's not good, really. He's a very dumb fighter. Really bad fight IQ. He's a former light heavyweight, so he does have a lighter man skill, but the guy, who did he go to a draw with? He went to a draw with Marcus Buchecha. Went to a draw with him. Marcus Buchecha is one of the worst fighters I've seen in my life in the UFC. Like, he is terrible. Marcus Buchecha is terrible. And bro went to a very competitive fight with him, got mounted. If Buchecha had any IQ, he would have threw ground and pound, but he didn't, you know? And Nzechukwu on the feet, though. He's fast, he's more athletic. And Shamil Gaziev have a lot of damage recently. He's been getting hit a lot, so he could chin him on the feet. It's a very risky fight to predict, you know? But I think Gaziev's got probably the cleaner striking out of the two. There's a trick where he's always on the back foot. He's going to allow Gaziev to pressure in. You know, I'd say he's got the cleaner striking. He has probably the more. He's got some power, Gaziev, and everything else he does is like an obese man. That right hand. That right hand's pretty slick off Shamil Gaziev. You know, he can wrestle too. He's a good decent wrestler for the division. He's probably going to do that here. So I'm going with Gaziev. There's a trick who's a bit chinny as well. He's been KO'd a few times, you know. And in the UFC, the only wins he has at heavyweight against Lucas Bursky and Chris Barnett. Two absolutely awful fighters. I mean, Dustin Jacoby chinned him in round one. He really isn't the best Kennedy Nzechukwu. So I'm going to go Shamil Gaziev. I'm going to say a KO, but could be a blob decision. We could be looking at a blob fest here. But I'm going to go Shamil Gaziev. Maybe, now thinking about it now, Maybe a decision. I'll go Gaziev by decision. I want to pick a KO because I think it's possible. I think he could catch him with that right hand, but I think this is probably going to be a bit of a shit fight. But I'm going to go Gaziev blob decision win here. The GOAT's going to be back and the title run's going to be back on track. Jamal Emmers, Larian Douglas. R.I.P. Jamal Emmers, dude. It was nice knowing you, brother. Larian Douglas is going to knock him out. He ain't getting out round one. Emmers ain't getting out round one. Emmers is decent. You know, decent boxing. He's a decent striker. He's a bit older though, Emmers. He's coming off 2 wins in a row, I believe. I'm pretty sure he beat Hyder and Mill and someone else. He beat Hyder and Mill and Gabriel Miranda. Okay, they're really low level guys. Larian Douglas just torched Julian Erosa. Bro, that jab was insane. That jab was the most powerful jab I've seen in my life. That jab was fucking nasty. And I think he's going to stick Jamal Emmers with the jab. I mean, Nate Lamware TKO'd him in 2024. Nate the fucking Train. Nate the Train is not good at all. He sucks. Jack Jenkins beat him. Pat Sabatini, okay. You know, his losses aren't that bad. Julian Erosa KO'd him a while back, like, a long time ago. That doesn't really matter now. Larian Douglas is going to pressure. He's going to torture this guy. He's going to destroy him. Emmers is pretty chinny as well. Emmers, you're not winning this, bro. Larian Douglas is going to beat the shit out of you. Larian Douglas, round 1 KO. Anthony Wint versus Terence Chapman. Oh, dude, a lamb to slaughter, bro. Lawrence Chapman came in. This fight was made on, I'm pretty sure, short notice. They're setting a lamb to slaughter, dude. The sacrifice of Terence Chapman. Anthony Wint's going to knock him out in round 1. This guy's shredded. He's a wrestler, I believe. He got a nasty TKO on a contender series like 2 weeks ago or something like that, where he just took the guy down and finished him in like 30 seconds. He's going to destroy this guy. A bit small for the division, 235. So maybe he'll move to light heavyweight in the future. He does have a lot of muscle on him though, so maybe not. But hey, I mean, smaller guys can do well. Josh Hockett's doing well. I'm sure Gable Stevenson, who's a bit of a shorter guy, will do decent in this division. So I'm going to go with Anthony Wynn, round 1 KO. Log, he's going to destroy this guy. Carly Judice versus Jay Silla Chavez. Now, Jay Silla Chavez has a better record, to be fair, but Carly Judice should win this one. She's like on a really good win streak. And she has a bunch of KOs on that win streak. I'm pretty sure her last fight went to a decision. I'm pretty sure she has a lot of KOs. I think every fight other than her last one has been a KO. Right? But Jessica Chavez is a female. Oh, a record at God. She went 0-2. Huh? That's a bit weird. Lost to Anesta Kairache and then Gabriel Hernandez. That's strange. Okay, but I'm going to go with Carly Judice. I'll say decision, actually. I just can't pick KO. I know I picked Chanel Dyer by KO, but I don't like picking KOs in WMMA. Chavez also has a good record, you know. 8-0. I think she'll have the survivability. I'm going to go with Judice. I'll say decision, though. Oh, Mason Jones. Let's go Mason Jones. I fucking love Mason Jones. I love Mason Jones. And I'm going with Mason Jones. Markel Medeiros is good, but, you know, he's a bit of a point fighter. I thought Chris Padilla beat him, and he did make it really competitive. He cut Chris Padilla bad, I believe. He made the fight very competitive, but I'm going with Mason Jones. Mason Jones is a savage, super entertaining fighter. Medeiros is a bit of a point striker. You know, he's on the back foot, moving a lot, pointing you, not looking for the KO. Mason Jones is always looking for the KO. The guy beat Axel Solar. If you know Axel Solar, he is really good. And he had a rally in that fight. He got rocked by a spinning elbow, but he went back and he broke Axel Solar in the end of the 3rd round, smashing him with knees, landing head kicks, pressure, avoiding the takedowns, getting up. I'm going with Mason Jones. Pressure. He's going to rough up Markel Medeiros, make it ugly, get in the clinch, smash elbows. It's going to be a very competitive fight, I reckon. Medeiros is a good striker, but he doesn't like the pressure. He doesn't like the war. And Mason Jones, he's going to fucking bring that war to him, dude. He's going to bring that war, a Welsh Chad here. And after this, we are getting in the top 15, and we are going to get in the top 10, and we're going to knock out everyone in this division, dude. Ilya Tapora, Justin Gaethje, your time's come. Mason Jones is coming to beat your ass. But I'm going to go Mason Jones. I love him. One of my favourite fighters. I mean, if you don't like Mason Jones, you don't like fun. And I think he should win this one, you know? kind of a tough fight, you know. Medeiros is a good striker. He's going to be landing on Mason Jones. Mason Jones is hittable. And Mason Jones is a bit of a slow starter. He's pretty slow early. If you watch a lot of his fights, Balaji, Axel Solar, he doesn't have a great round one. He takes time to build into it. And he has a few losses, but like his first run in the UFC, I think he lost to Mike Davis and Ludovic Klein. They're not the best losses, but he's improved. He's back. He's on a 3-fight win streak, yeah. 3-fight win streak back in the UFC. Axel Solar's an amazing win. Jeremy Stevens in 2026. And he went pretty competitive in that one, you know. So I'm sure Medeiros will land here and will probably win a round. But 29-28 decision. Mason Jones wins the last 2 rounds. Maybe even a KO. But I'll say decision. Medeiros has a good chin. RDR. I'm a fan of RDR. Used to be a huge fan. I still am. I've switched up a little bit. You know, he used to be one of my favourites. When he quit against Brendan Allen, I switched up. I don't like quitters. But I'm back on the RDR hype train, dude. I really like RDR. And this is a really weird fight. They've both moved up to those 2 middleweights fighting a light heavyweight. Roman Dolidze has lost, 2 in a row or something like that. Just lost to CLD. Where he kind of did decent against Christian Leroy Duncan. But I think he arguably could have won, but just the way he was moving just made it's a bad look for the judges when you're falling over all the time and throwing back fists that are actually going to land, but you fall over, you know. RDR is good. I mean, the guy beat Bo Nickel and Robert Whittaker. Roman Dolidze would never go competitive with those guys. Whittaker would school him into oblivion on the feet. Bo Nickel would probably chin him or piece him up for a decision because he's kind of tough. I think we're looking at a sloppy striking fight here. If anyone has control on the ground, I would think it's going to be Reina Derrida. He has really good jiu-jitsu. You've got 2 BJJ guys going at it. I'm looking at a sloppy striking match here. Maybe we'll get the wrestling going. This could be a bit of a dull one, you know. But I think for Derrida, wearing him down in the clinch, Dolidze's cardio is awful. Terrible cardio. Look at you could say he's similar with Reina Derrida. But other than the Brendan Allen fight where he was just stupidly active, he's had pretty good cardio, you know. Whittaker, he dug in and pushed in round 4 and 5 to win that decision. He can push, dude. He could knock out Roman Dolidze. I could see him smashing him with knees to the body over and over again. Dolidze starts wilting because of the pressure of Reina Derrida. And he finishes him. I think body shots in the clinch are going to be money, just wearing Dolidze down to the body. He might finish him, you know. Punching in the face. He has that really long, goofy jab, which I think is going to land. Dolidze has a leg lock. And that's about it. So, I'm going with Reina Derrida. Decision win. He's just a lot better. I just think he's a lot better fighter than Roman Dolidze. Maybe even a TKO, where he just builds it up and smashes knees to the body over and over again. Because he's just so much. I just think he's so much better. I'll say decision though. Roman Dolidze is quite tough. So, yeah. Vitor Petrino versus Sergey Spivak. Now, I have to take one underdog every card. And what are these odds? They got Sergey Spivak. He's a great fighter. I'd love to fight him. Sergey Spivak. And he is a great fighter. This is my underdog of the card. I'm going with Sergey Spivak via crafty decision. Vitor Petrino isn't really good. I like Stephen Aspland. I'm a fan of Stephen Aspland. He ain't good, I'll be honest. He's not very good. His technique's very sloppy. He has good pace, but Stephen Aspland really ain't that good. And Vitor Petrino got rocked early by him. Couldn't take him down either. And he gasses. Sergey Spivak, I think, is going to be on that pressure in this fight. I think he's probably going to be the one going forward here, if I had to guess, you know. Vitor, and the Thomas Peterson fight, he looked pretty shit. I thought he looked pretty bad. I thought Thomas Peterson was kind of on the way to winning that one. I thought, he could arguably win that if he carried on, but got chinned in the end. And Vitor Petrino's fast, explosive, could chin Sergey Spivak. That's very possible. I wouldn't be surprised if Sergey Spivak gets slapped here by Vitor Petrino. But he looked good in his last fight. Beat Ante Delija. His boxing in that fight looked really good for a guy that's mainly a grappler. He didn't wrestle until the third round of Ante Delija. And he was pumping out that jab over and over again, cutting up Ante Delija bad. And I think he's going to do that again. I think Sergey Spivak is on a kind of improvement in his career. His last fight was an improvement. So I think he's going to win. Crafty decision. Probably a bit of a boring fight, but you know, I think it'll be fairly fun. Vitor Petrino does have fairly fun fights. I just don't. And he lost to Anthony Smith. Lost to Dustin Jacoby by KO. I don't know why he's the favourite here. I think Sergey Spivak should win this one. He's a bit of a bigger guy too, probably more physical. Although, yes, Vitor Petrino have the athletic, more athletic. I don't rate Vitor Petrino as like a top 10 fighter in the world. Sergey Spivak, I think he's top 10. Good wrestling. They're both decent grapplers, though. If anyone gets a submission, I mean, Sergey Spivak could get a sub. This guy got subbed by Anthony Smith, although he did make a stupid mistake there. I'm going with Sergey Spivak. Crafty decision. I think he's going to be able to outbox him. I think pressure in the clinch, wear him down. I'm going with Sergey Spivak. Then to the main event. Bit of a weak main event, to be honest. But the undercard's great. I actually like this card. Fluffy Hernandez versus Gregory Rodrigues. Now, this is a really competitive fight. And it's going to be a hard 2 rounds for Fluffy. Gregory Rodrigues hits like a fucking truck. He's an absolute giant. Look at the size of this guy. He's massive. Yeah, absolute giant, man. And he's weak to the body, Hernandez. Although Rodrigues isn't really like a guy who you see dig to the body all the time. Neither is Strickland, you know. Of course, fighters can adapt. Rodrigues is going to be going to the body here. I could see him as Fluffy comes in, just firing across to the body, you know, and finishing him. Rodrigues, since the Cannonier fight, where he lost to Cannonier and got broken, lost to him. But since then, he's been patient. We've been getting patient, Robocop. Patience. Moving forward, patience. On the back foot, maybe, against Bruno Ferreira, being patient. Where he chinned Bruno Ferreira, you know? He hits so hard. And Hernandez has a great chin to the head, to the body, though. That fluffy body is... You can't take shots well, man. I could see him slamming a body kick. I could see the cross to the body. I think it's going to be a huge weapon here for Robocop. But he gasses. He has a huge weight cut. He gasses. He's so much muscle on him. He's gassed a lot, dude. Cannonier, he got broken in that fight. And Fluffy Hernandez can put on that crazy pace. He can put that mauling pressure on you. We saw in the Delidze fight, the Brendan Allen fight, the Kopylov fight. You know, even the Rodolfo Vieira fight. He can weather an early storm and put the fucking beats. Get in the clinch. He beats the shit out of you in the clinch. Drags you down, drags you around. And I think he's going to have his way with Robocop after the second round. I think Robocop has a a good ability to knock him out early. I think that definitely could happen. I won't be shocked if he just fires, like I've said before, a big cross to the body. Or like a knee coming in. Or a body kick. Something like that. Maybe even like a stabbing front kick. But I think Hernandez has this one. I think he's going to weather an early storm. I think end of round 2, you're going to start see Robocop breathing a bit heavy. He's going to be pushed onto the back foot. I think for Hernandez, he can go to his own body kicks and body shots to wear Robocop down, you know. And I think Hernandez is going to put the brakes on him in round 3. Going to start getting the pressure up, getting the clinch, dragging him around. Of course, Robocop will probably get back up. He has great BJJ in his own right. Good takedown defense. But I think he can wear on him, knee to the body, getting close, make it an ugly, messy brawl. And I'm going to go with Hernandez TKO, round 4 or 5. I'm going to say a 5th round TKO here, or a decision. But I think he's going to put the brakes off Robocop. And Robocop's a bit chinny to the head too. He's been slimed out a couple times. Bruno Ferreira had him slimed out. So did Cannonier, you know? He's a little bit chinny. So I do think Hernandez is going to win this one. I'm going to go Fluffy Hernandez, 5th round TKO. He's going to have a fucking rough first 2 rounds. He might get KO'd in them. But I do believe he's going to weather that storm. And he's going to beat the shit out of Robocop in round 4 and 5. And TKO him. I think this is going to be a really fun fight. I love this fight. And I actually love this card, dude. It's going to be an amazing card. Even the name value wise, not that great. There's some really crafty, good fights on it. So that's the end of the video. I'm actually hyped for this card. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. See you next time. Goodbye.